What's good, YouTube? It's me, your boy Squiddy, back in another video. I gotta show you guys this amazing, cool deck that I actually stumbled across while watching games on Dueling Book, and it's actually Evo Eye Gold Pride. This deck is a lot of fun, and I'm sure you guys actually don't know what the Evo Eye cards do because they've been around for a bit, but have been kind of tucked under the rug. People just instantly forgot about it because the deck has not been very good, but they recently got this amazing card called Evo Eyes Unleashed, which is a crazy starter for the entire deck. Now, before the video starts, I have to give a huge shout out to the Dueling Book user VNLS, or Vinos, I guess, who is actually the maybe creator of this deck. He was seen first playing it on the ladder. Also, shout out to my friend Anthony Necroth, who actually discovered it and was in contact with him. Very nice VNLS to be able to share with us his deck recipe, which we kind of modified a bit after playing a couple of games. So definitely a huge shout out to him. Definitely check out his games on Dueling Book if you guys see him around. Now, before we dive in even any deeper, let's talk about what the Evo Eyes actually do. So this is a pseudo engine that I think is a lot better than the traditional Punk engine, because of the fact that there are a lot of one-card starters, and on one card, you're able to instantly sequence into the Gold Pride engine and also put up a huge board with 3, 4, sometimes even 5 interruptions just off one card, guys. So it's really, really epic. And basically, their main starter for the Evo Eyes, the Evo Eyes kind of like revolve around these equipped spell cards called Evo Eyes Selene, and there's also one called Gorgonil, which is treated as Selene. And they have basically one monster. It's a lot like Alistair the Invoker or Sky Strikers, where they're kind of centered around one monster, which is the main human-esque humanoid creature that is a basically Stratos for any Evo Eye card from your deck to your hand. And then they also have a couple of familiars, which are all level 3s that special summon themselves from the hand and or graveyard when you control another Evo Eye monster, which is very important because 2 level 3s actually allows us to go into Gold Pride Chariot Carry, which can search for any of our Gold Pride cards, including Better Luck Next Time, which sequences into that engine. So we kind of set up initially 2 level 3 bodies on board, which goes into that. And none of these cards actually have any summoning restrictions, so it's very, very nice that you're able to use both engines. And again, back to the main starter card of the deck is actually Evo Eyes Unleashed. This is a normal spell card that says send 1 Evo Eye monster and 1 Evo Eye spell and trap from your deck to the graveyard. Add 1 Evo Eye equipped spell from your deck to your hand, but for the rest of the turn, each time you activate a non-Evo Eye card or effect, you lose 500 life points, which is actually a benefit in our case because we have to be down life points to use the effects of the Gold Prides from our hand, right? So this is really, really useful. And the other effect is if you link summon an Evo Eye monster, you can banish this card from graveyard, equip 1 Evo Eye equip spell from the graveyard to 1 link monster you control. So the main portion that we're actually using is the first effect, which is actually a cost to send the Evo Eye monster or the Evo Eye spell trap from your deck to your graveyard, which is actually amazing because there's basically no real way to interact with this besides a D-shifter. But of course, in the current format, it's a little bit lacking just because of the fact that Arise Heart exists, which means that you would not be able to legally activate this card if Arise Heart is on the table. So it has a little bit of a struggle going second against Arise Heart, which is why you can see that we're playing a lot of non-engine things like Talents and also Book of Moon. But basically, Evo Eye Unleashed on its own, or even the Cerzio, which allows you to search the Evo Eyes Unleashed when it's normal summoned, is basically full combo, because what we're going to do is we're going to dump a copy of the equip spell, which is actually Gorgonil, the secondary Evo Eye, and also the copy of either Basilatris or Catapulpes, which allows themselves to resurrect from the graveyard when you control an Evo Eye monster. So in our case, if we normal summoned Cerzio and then added Evo Eyes Unleashed, activated it, we'd be able to bring back one of these guys. And Gorgonil actually has a really nice secondary effect while in the graveyard. You can banish this card, discard 1 Evo Eye card from your hand, add 1 Evo Eye spell or trap from your deck to your hand, except itself. So when we add the Evo Eye Selene by resolving the effect of Evo Eye Unleashed, we also have Gorgonil in the graveyard, so we can banish that from our grave to discard the Evo Eye Selene and then add their field spell, which is actually a really good field spell because upon activation, you can add 1 Evo Eye monster from your deck to the hand. So we're able to add one of the other level 3s, so now you can kind of see where this is going. The first level 3 comes back from the graveyard. The second level 3 is special summoned from your hand. From there, you overlay into Gold Pride Chariot Carry, and because we paid 500 life points to use this effect, because we're under the restriction of Evo Eyes Unleashed, where you have to pay 500 for each non-Evo Eye card effect you activate, immediately we are able to add the Gold Pride Better Luck Next Time, which is live, so we activate that, and then we're able to add a copy of our Gold Pride card, ideally Captain Carry, for example, which we can start to do our plays, start to search our traps, and we can end on the Gold Pride, start your engines, and then bring out Gold Pride Leon, while also having our pop from Cerzio, because Cerzio actually has a quick effect that I forgot to mention earlier, but if this card is equipped with Evil Eye of Selene, you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it. So it's a Stratos that also has a pop and kind of like a pseudo Trident. It's really, really powerful. And then in combination with Gold Pride Start Your Engines and our other cards, you're able to put up a lot of soft negates that makes it really hard for the opponent to get through. And you can see that we're kind of minimizing on these engine because we do need space to play non-engine. Again, this deck kind of struggles with Rise Heart, so we have to figure out ways to get rid of a Rise Heart on the board, which is why we're playing cards like Book of Moon. You could also experiment with Kaijus as well. We're playing a minimum Gold Pride package, which I think is good enough because most of these guys are searchable, but we do want 3 Leon because Leon is crucial to get off of Gold Pride Start Your Engines, which has to reveal 3 Gold Pride monsters and your opponent randomly picks one. So we want to minimize that random chance and be able to 100% summon out the Leon because that will allow us to synchro summon into the Gold Pride Star Leon, which does a lot for the deck. And then from there, we're able to also go into Pinballer potentially. Okay. Yeah, that's about it for the deck. You can see that the Evil Eye we're maxing out on the field spell, and there's also some other toolbox cards that they have, including Evil Eye Awakening, which is a basically in-engine monster reborn for any Evil Eye monster from your hand or graveyard, non-targeting, which is nice. Searchable off of things like the Evil Eye Gorgoneo, which allows you to banish, to discard one and add. And we're also playing the Evil Eye Retribution, which is basically a Solemn Judgment that only applies for spells or traps when you control an Evil Eye monster, but it's really useful for negating powerful spell cards that are in the format and things like Evenly, which can kind of threaten this board, because remember, we don't have a lot of Omni negates, or any for that matter, when we establish our end board. It's a lot of interruptive plays, a lot of gaining a massing advantage, so it's nice to have this searchable as an option as well. And then Pot of Frost, just because we do want to see our 1-card starters, which is Evil Eye Unleashed or Cerzio, or even the field spell, which allows you to add Cerzio, which allows you to add the Evil Eyes Unleashed, so you can make something similar in that board. But you may need another extender to make a certain combo that's a lot like the one that's just normal summoning Cerzio. It depends on your hand. And Triple Tactics, Talent, and Thrust I just think are decent. Thrust is nice because you can also search for Terraforming, which is pseudo engine. You get to go into your field spell there. And then also being able to search for Evil Eyes Unleashed, which is an engine piece. Triple Tactics is another option just to get rid of a Rise Heart, right? We're trying to bait that out, trying to get that away. And then side deck is relatively standard, a mixture of cards that I think are good in the format right now. Just some Dark Rulers to get rid of a Rise Heart as well, post-game. And then Pinballer and Star Leon, just generic All-Stars for interruptions with your Gold Prides. And then we're playing Psychic and Punisher because this deck pays a lot of life points. On your turn 1, you're paying like 5,000-6,000 life points sometimes. So Psychic and Punisher either gets really big or really hard for them to answer. And it's really nice. I'm also testing a copy of Trishula because I think it could be a potential option to go into with Gold Pride Leon. So we're just testing that right now. We're not sure how really good it is. So yeah, it requires you to obviously have, using the effect, you have to have other Gold Pride monsters because you can only use Gold Pride monsters, but you can still use the other monsters if you're just doing it on your turn without using the effect of Leon first. And then also it's really nice that you can go to the DDD Stone King Darius, which requires 2 level 3 Fiend monsters, which you can then overlay DD King Deuce Machina because of the fact that Carry is also a Fiend, and so are these Familiars, which are also level 3 Fiends in the Evil Eye engine. So it's really nice that you can just go into that as a potential interruption, or a Form Material Zeus, which is also very, very cool. Playing 2 copies of Cherry, because it can come up, 1 copy of Breaksword, which is nice to pair with a field spell, because when Evil Eye Domain is actually popped, what you can do is actually add 1 Evil Eye monster from your graveyard to your hand. So it's kind of nice recursion there. And then 1 of each of the Evil Eye links, which are very, very powerful. One's an effect negation, and one's a quick play pop as well. For any card on the field, as long as you have an Evil Eye equipped to them. So it's kind of nice there. And then Nitro Burster just for the link plays with your Gold Pride. Without further ado, I'm going to show you guys the combos. This is actually really, really cool. So we're going to show you guys the combos now, and yeah. Alright guys, we're back here with the 1-card combo that we previously talked about, and that's with Cerzio, Watcher of the Evil Eye. He allows you on his own to get at least 4 or 5 disruptions. It's very, very powerful with the Gold Pride cards. You can also do a similar 1-card combo with just the field spell or with Evil Eyes Unleashed, but you would need another extender to get the full same number of interruptions as you would with Cerzio. So we're going to go ahead and use Cerzio's effect upon normal summoning to add Evil Eyes Unleashed. It's really nice that people are cutting Effect Failure and Infinite Imperm from their decks because Cash Tier is so popular now, and those cards are not good against Cash. So that basically guarantees that we're going to be able to search with Cerzio. And Evil Eyes Unleashed is really, really powerful because it's actually a cost cost to send from your deck to the graveyard. So not a lot of hand traps can actually interact with it. In fact, I don't think any can really do. They can Ash, but you're already going to be able to send 2 cards and get pluses anyway, so they're just going neg. And then against a Rise Heart and D-Shifter, there's basically the only cards that can stop this card. So we're going to go ahead and activate this, and we're going to Foolish 2 cards as a cost. Going to go ahead and Foolish the Gorgonil, the Evil Eye, as well as a copy of the Basilatris, the Familiar of the Evil Eye, which allows you to bring herself back as a quick effect while you control an Evil Eye monster. You can also do this on your opponent's turn, which is insane because she has another quick effect allowing you to link summon an Evil Eye Link monster on your opponent's turn using equipped spells as well. So really, really cool there. We're going to resolve the effect of Evil Eyes Unleashed, adding the Selene, the Evil Eye Selene. And then from here, we're going to banish the Gorgonil from our graveyard, which allows us to, as a cost, discard a Evil Eye card to add an Evil Eye spell or trap card from our deck to our hand. So in this case, let's add the Evil Eye field spell. If you already have this in your hand, you can also add the Solemn Judgment or the Monster Reborn as well. Those are other options that you can add. But I'm going to add the field spell here, just showing you guys 1-card combo, which we're going to activate and then add another copy of a Familiar. In this case, let's add the Basilius Familiar of the Evil Eye. And then from here, what we're going to do is go ahead and activate the effect of Basilatris to bring us out back. And then we can also activate the effect of Evil Eye Selene, which allows you to banish another spell or trap Evil Eye from your graveyard. And then you can set this card on your field and then pay 1,000 life points. So it's really nice because once we equip this to Sergio, the Watcher of the Evil Eye, he actually gets a quick effect pop on special summon monsters your opponent controls during their turn as well. So it's really, really nice interaction there. And then from here, we can special summon out the Basilius, which can be special summoned from hand when we control a familiar Evil Eye monster. And then the other effect is during the main phase, you can Foolish 1 Evil Eye Spell Trap. So we're actually going to Foolish another copy of Evil Eyes Unleashed, which is really useful because Evil Eye Unleashed has another effect in the graveyard where you can actually banish it from your graveyard and then equip 1 Evil Eye Spell Trap from your graveyard to 1 Evil Eye Link monster you control. So potentially on the next turn, we can bring back Basilatris, link off into a Link monster, and then equip it using effective Evil Eyes Unleashed. So then that there would allow us to get a potential monster negate or a pop if we make the Link 3. So it's really, really cool how that works there. So now from here, we're actually going to overlay these 2 guys into our Gold Pride Chariot Carry, and we're going to pay 500 life points using her effect because of the restriction imposed by Evil Eyes Unleashed, where we have to pay 500 for every non-Evil Eye effect that we use for the rest of the turn, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that. Pay 500 to add a copy of Gold Pride Better Luck Next Time. And then from here, we're going to be able to dump as well with Gold Pride Chariot Carry, because if your life points are lower, you can send 1 Gold Pride monster from your deck to the graveyard. So we're going to send the Roller Baller, so we have that set up for the Roller Baller play on the following turn with Leon. Going to activate the effect of Better Luck Next Time by paying 500 because, again, the restriction of Evil Eyes Unleashed. We're going to go ahead and add a copy of Gold Pride Captain Carry, and this will allow us to set up with our traps. So we're going to activate her effect because we have lower life points, so we can do that by paying 500 as well. And then she's going to activate on the field, pay another 500, and then we're going to be able to add a copy of the trap, Start Your Engines, which is a very powerful negate because it pops the monster, then you can summon out Leon from your deck and get more interruptions that way. So it's really, really nice interaction that we have here. So you guys can kind of see where we're going with this. Already off 1 card, we already have a quick effect pop with the Sergio equipped with the Selene. And then what happens is we also have the Gold Pride Start Your Engines as another pop. So in our end phase, though, we're actually going to be forced to activate the mandatory effect of Chariot Carry to return herself to the extra deck, and then special summon a copy of Carry. So if you guys play 2 carries, you can summon another one. I didn't really think it was needed, but if you guys want to make an easy Trishula, you can actually summon another copy of Carry, because then with Gold Pride Leon, you'd be able to go into Trishula or something level 9. But I don't think it's needed because we are going to be able to draw a card off of the effect of the Better Luck Next Time again. So I actually forgot to pay life points as well after adding a Gold Pride monster. So guys, don't forget to take the 900 there. It does pay a lot of life points, but I can assure you that this board is not getting broken anytime soon. So we're going to be able to draw a card off of the Better Luck Next Time. And then on their turn, what we can actually do is have a plethora of interruptions. We have the Gold Pride Start Your Engines, which would destroy a special summon monster, and then we're able to reveal 3 cards. So in this case, we reveal 3 copies of Leon, and 1 would be special summoned back. Before you do that, though, what you can actually do is use the effect of Sergio to pop, and then from there, because Leon would put a restriction on us, we can actually use the Basilatris to bring itself back as a quick effect, and then its effect can actually allow you to link using either monsters you control or the equips as well. So we can actually go directly into the Link 3. And then with the Link 3 summoned, we can use the trigger effect of Evil Eyes Unleashed to equip it with Evil Eyes Celine, which gives you another pop here. So that's already like 3 interrupts with the gold prize Start Your Engines, right? And then Start Your Engines will resolve, allowing you to bring out a Leon. And then Leon's effect will activate, allowing you to bring back the Pinballer. And then with the Pinballer back on the field, what we can actually do is Synchro Summon using Leon, which allows you to go to Star Leon with Carry. And this is another pop, okay? So this is like, we had 1, 2, this is like a 4th pop. And then what we can actually do here is use the effect of Pinballer to go again into our Rollerballer. Well, the Rollerballer into the Pinballer, which allows you to equip. So that's already like crazy amount of disruptions. We had the Cerzio as 1 pop. We had the Gold Pride Start Your Engines as 2nd pop. We have a 3rd pop with the Cerzio, which can pop any card. We have a 4th pop with the Star Leon, and we have a 5th interruption here with Gold Pride Pinballer by equipping monsters, up to 2 monsters. So it's potentially like 6 interrupts. And this is all off 1 card, guys. And we drew a card in the end phase. So technically, we should have, I think, like 5 cards in hand after all of this is done, which is really, really nuts. So yeah, guys, definitely experiment with this deck. Let me know what you think about it, because I think it's actually a lot of fun. It seems decently good. You just have to answer a Rise Heart, but with a Rise Heart gone, you can just use the effect of Evil Eyes Unleashed and just start your engines that way. So the deck is really, really cool. Other than that, if you guys have any tips or tricks with this deck, if you guys like this deck, let me know below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.